Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
You heard it right, boys. Best in the business. We are live here on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, A2D Radio. Agree to disagree. We're going to do a lot of agreeing to disagreeing tonight, more than likely. Probably going to have some Giants fans in here. Don't boo them. Don't call them a-hole just yet. We're going to be talking Eagles, Giants, Week 10. Eagles coming off a bye week. This is not Andy Reid coming off a bye week. This is Doug Peterson coming off a bye week. We know how that goes. We're getting healthy. Eagles are getting healthy. We're getting not the diva, Alshon back. We're getting Alshon back from injury. His whittle foot is better. We're getting Miles Sanders back. Thank goodness. We're getting healthy. I think the only guy we got out this week is Craig James. So not that big a deal. I thought Isaac Sayamalo was supposed to come back this week. That's what I'd seen. But it does not look like he's coming back. But we're going to have Lane Johnson. We're getting healthy. But the New York Football Giants are playing pretty decent football as of late. I know the only guy that's going to be out for them is Devontae Freeman. So we're going to have to deal with Gallman, who gashed us a little bit a couple weeks ago. So, but we are getting healthy. So we're gonna put up a poll question. This A2D podcast, Keps Korner, is brought to you by All Campus OC, located on Ocean City, New Jersey, boardwalk between 10th and 11th Street. Also on allcampusoc.com. They're launching their soft online store, opening tonight with a limited selection of your favorite team's hats. Follow them on Instagram also and on Twitter at allcampusoc. Hats, apparel. Get you one of those bad things happen in Philadelphia shirts, because we all know great things happen in Philadelphia. Although this week, a great thing is going to happen in East Rutherford, New Jersey, wherever the heck they play at. I can't remember anymore. But I have a feeling we're gonna run away with this game. I have a feeling Doug Peterson's going to have a good game plan. And with that said, our poll question: do you think we should go with a running attack or a passing attack? I looked at the weather. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees, some rain, 60% chance of some rain, like 20 miles an hour wind. So we all know how Doug Peterson does not like to run the football. With Miles Sanders coming back off an injury, the offensive line is pretty healthy. We're gonna have Jason Peters in the game. Who knows for how long? But we're going to have Jason Peters at left tackle. It looks like Lane Johnson's going to be playing right tackle. We're going to have, obviously, the best center in football. So I think Doug Peterson might run the ball a little bit. Or, he might do what he likes to do and put the ball in Carson's hands and let Carson just take over. But you never know. But I still think we're going to run away with this game. The Giants are playing good football as of late, but I still don't think they're a good football team. Outside of, Daniel Jones has glimpses here and there. Their wide receivers are decent. Golden Tate is questionable. So if they don't have Golden Tate, I think our defense gets after Daniel Jones quite a bit. That offensive line, other than Zeitler, isn't impressive to me at all. So I think our defensive line is going to get after Daniel Jones quite a bit. And me personally, I think we're going to win the game probably 27-13, somewhere in that neighborhood. But let me know what you guys think as far as the poll question. You guys want to go with a running attack or a passing attack? But we're also going to do something a little different. I am a professional video gamer, I guess you would like to say. I'm not really a professional video gamer. I'm a professional streamer. I stream over on Twitch, and my main game is Madden. Yeah, Madden. I don't know if any of you guys watching, on either of these platforms play Madden. You know what I'm talking about. Madden is it's Madden. Okay, I've been playing Madden for 29 years, and I actually get paid to play it now. Entertain people while cussing and throwing controllers and raging. I play Madden Ultimate Team. So we're gonna use the rosters. I got the rosters as close as I could get to the actual rosters now. Obviously, Saquon Barkley's out, Brandon Brooks is out, so you're gonna see the top three on the screens has Brandon Brooks and Saquon Barkley on each side. But I finagled the rosters as close as I can get it with the injury reports and whatnot. We're going to sim a Madden game, and I'm going to commentate over top of it. But like I said, I stream over on Twitch. I'm a partner streamer on Twitch, so this is kind of my thing. But I love talking Eagles football. I'm a Philadelphia guy. I have lived in North Carolina for quite some time, but I was born and raised in Reading, have family in South Philly, so I'm Philly through and through. I've got Ben Franklin underwear on as we speak. So I'm Philly through and through. So let's get that out of the way right now. I know I have like a muddled accent. People think I'm from North Carolina. They think I'm from Philly. They think I'm from they don't know. But I am born and raised in Reading, Pennsylvania, with a lot of family in South Philly. So if my accent ain't quite right, trust me, I'm Philly 120 million%. Everything behind me on my walls is Philly. I got a replica Super Bowl ring up on my bookshelf. So I am Philly through and through. Now I need to see, are we taking a look at this poll question? Where are we at with it?
Yeah, I mean, people are talking. A lot of people are saying balance, etc. I feel like it's a team that stops the run well. I mean, they're only giving up, like a little over 3.5 yards per carry. So they stop the run well. I think personally, I would attack them more in the air. But people are saying, Daniel's talking about more balance. So let's see. What do you guys think to the poll?
We all know Doug Peterson is not about the balanced game plan. So I think if Miles Sanders is 100% healthy, I think and Boston Scott is not that bad of a change of pace guy. He's not that bad. Even Huntley? Huntley doesn't look too bad. I'd take Huntley over Clement any day because Clement has been running the football his whole life and still doesn't know how to pick his feet up.
Yeah, I'll take you over Corey. You know what I mean?
So and it's gonna be interesting to see how many snaps Alshon gets to. I don't know. I had in my mind that after the Super Bowl and that Alshon was going, we were going to eventually get Chicago Bears Alshon, and we have gotten Chicago Bears Alshon. He's still got probably when he's healthy, when he's playing, he's probably got top 3 hands in the entire league. So if we can get him, I mean, he's coming in week 10. Who knows how long he's been in out of football shape, and who knows what's going to happen with him? Who knows how long he's going to be on the field, how many snaps he's going to get? It's no secret that he's probably not a big fan of Carson Wentz. So we'll see. And you can list, he said, she said, anything or like this, but you could just tell the way Alshon has presented himself over the last 10 weeks or, that he's just not in it the way he was when he came to Philly and said he was going to win a Super Bowl. And after we won the Super Bowl, he kind of went into Chicago Bears Alshon. I'm not going to lie. He helped us win a Super Bowl. So I love Alshon, but I think he's run his course. I don't think with the locker room, because I think there's plenty of guys in the locker room that respect him and like him, but when you're not getting along with your quarterback, something's not right there. So who knows how long he's going to be on the field? I think if he is on the field, Carson's going to try and get him involved early, and he can still catch the ball. He can, so we've got Jalen Reagor, we've got Greg Ward, who are nice little pieces and whatnot. But I still think, and you said it, they're only giving up 3.5 yards a carry. They do stop the run well. Leonard Williams. They do have a decent front seven. So, but I would love to attack their corners. I don't particularly like their secondary.
Great.
But we've got to Carson Wentz is they see the thing with the running game and then getting Carson Wentz in a rhythm. You get Carson Wentz in a rhythm, he's a different quarterback.
Absolutely.
With getting Carson Wentz in a rhythm, also you have to make sure the wide receivers are catching the ball too. So it'd be interesting to see, the first, 10 to 12, 13 plays, what Doug Peterson's got, what he's got in store for the Giants defense. But I still think, I think we're going to be slow out of the gate like we normally are. And then by the end of the game, I think it's going to, a couple weeks ago when we played them, we pulled away, late in the game. I think we are just a better football team than them. And we'll see how it goes. But I think we win probably, 27-13, something like that. I
got 34-17, so I'm right in that ballpark with you. I think we're a better team. I think it's time that our offense puts it all together. We have every weapon back. Everybody's back. So, I mean, there's no excuses. I don't, Doug never is a balanced guy, but we're going to find out. I think he's a 55-45 guy. And if you can be in that range, but the 45% you're running the football well, that's all that matters, to be able to run play action, which they love to do. So you can't run play action if you don't run the ball.
And somebody does mention it, that the Giants front seven didn't play against the Eagles offense as healthy as they are right now. Healthy or not, you guys, they're still coming off of injury. So they're not, Alshon hasn't seen game speed in how long? You can't. So again, I'm looking for, who knows? Maybe Alshon catches 8 balls for 115 yards. Who knows? But I think with Alshon being a possession wide receiver that he is, with Rager and John Hightower stretching the field, we do have Dallas Goedert. We don't have Zach Ertz, but I think Dallas Goedert. I think, God forbid, we find somewhere for Zach Ertz to go. I think Dallas Goedert can be just as good as Zach Ertz, in my opinion. Now I know there's a lot of Eagles fans out there that love Zach Ertz, and I love Zach Ertz as well. But I think we have somebody comparable to Zach Ertz with Dallas Goedert. So if we could get something for Ertz, by all means, I've heard some crazy things with draft picks and Zach Ertz for Stephon Gilmore and crazy other things. So
I would do a lot for Stephon Gilmore. I'll tell you that. I would do a lot for Stephon Gilmore.
Stephon Gilmore and Darius Slay. That would probably be the best tandem in the entire league, hands down.
Yeah, but I just think that Alshon is so much better than obviously JJ. And obviously Hightower. So if I can put him on my other outside, even on a snap count, and I have Alshon, Jalen, and Fulgham, I have big catch radius guys. I have guys that Carson likes to throw the football to. I'm not saying he's going to be old Alshon, but even if he's giving you 4 or 5 catches a game, it's such an upgrade to what you have, in my opinion. So is he?
How on earth did I forget about Travis Fulgham, the new TO? Apparently, Travis Fulgham has. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was when he caught the game-winning touchdown. I was like, who is this guy? Like it's a who's who. Like you don't know who's coming off the practice squad. If he was driving Uber, bagging groceries, you didn't know who. I didn't know who he was. And then all of a sudden I'm falling in love with him, and he's one of the best-selling jerseys in the entire NFL. All of a sudden, I forgot about Travis Fulgham. So Travis Fulgham, Alshon at the 1 and the 2. You put Jalen Ward in the slot. My 14-year-old son's sitting next to me. He loves Philadelphia sports too, and I'd put him on the field over JJ Arcega-Whiteside. We're still talking about this, that we could have had DK Metcalf and we took JJ Arcega-Whiteside.
You know why, Cap? Because he walked into a physical, and the guys who do physicals, instead of just when he took his shirt off saying, "Hey, you passed," they wanted to get detailed, right? And they wanted to call and say, "I want to draft this guy." As soon as that guy takes his shirt off, you're like, "You passed the physical. I don't need to see any more of you."
And Russell Wilson's throwing him the ball, and who knows what we could have had Russell Wilson in Philadelphia too.
Don't worry,
way back when
they tried to draft his the other Russell Wilson this year in their eyes. That's what they.
Jalen Hurts, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Eagles fans in one of these chats that are clamoring for Jalen Hurts. They're over Carson Wentz, and I do not. I don't understand it. We know Carson Wentz is not Drew Brees. He's not Aaron Rodgers. You put some talent around Carson Wentz, and people seem to forget that he was the MVP of the league his second year in the league before he got hurt against the Rams. And maybe I'm being a little. I know I'm a Philly fan. I'm not a biased. I'm not a I'm a realist. I'm still thinking that Carson Wentz is a franchise quarterback. We just need he's had a revolving door with offensive weapons, with offensive line. He hasn't had the continuity that I think he needs to shine, to and I understand he's got some accuracy issues, his arm slot and whatever else, but the guy can play football. He leaves it all out on the field every single time. We don't get to overtime against the Bengals without Carson Wentz. We don't. I mean, people just. I know here today, going tomorrow. What have you done for me lately? We don't win the division last year without Carson Wentz. He put the entire team on his back for 5 weeks.
No,
and
he did.
I'm not saying Carson Wentz is Jesus, but I still think he's got. There's no way. Like, people even saying, "Oh, one more bad game, get him out. Jalen Hurts got to start." No. None
of that. We shut that stuff down over here. You know what I mean? We shut it. We've been shutting it down the best we can because they just don't understand. They don't understand football if you're clamoring for Jalen Hurts right now. So, Carson, I'm right with you, Kep, and I know a lot of the people out there are big Wentz guys and feel like we defend them a ton. But to me, I mean, it's hard to play with what he's had to play with over the last, let's say, 12 football games. I mean,
and I don't think we're not giving him excuses. It's real. It's the reality of the situation. I don't think anybody's giving him excuses. But I see somebody mention Favre. Favre apparently came out and said, "Oh, they should have kept Nick Foles over Carson Wentz." Nick Foles isn't half the quarterback Carson Wentz is. We all love Nick Foles. He's got a statue outside the stadium. He brought us our first Super Bowl. I will forever love Nick Foles. The team, we won the Super Bowl. The team was playing their best football at the right time. Nick Foles was playing his best football at the right time. No one, I don't think there's, me included, when we started that Super Bowl run, no one in the area or any Eagles fan anywhere, I would guess that maybe 10% of the fan base thought that Nick Foles was going to lead us to a Super Bowl.
Yo, I got tapes.
The way he played against Dallas, the way he played against the Raiders, there was no way on earth we were beating the Falcons.
Cap,
there was no way on earth we were beating the Vikings.
I got tape saying that, me being a huge Carson guy, but I have tape saying that week that he got hurt, saying this is how we would win a Super Bowl, though. We would win it like the Red Sox won their first one. We would win it like in ways you're like, there's no shot. We're done. It was doom and gloom for 48 hours when Carson went down. You know, it was bad. It was like we were at a funeral. It wasn't good. And nobody believed it. And I was like, you know what? I don't know how much I believe it, but this is how our curse would end, essentially, air quote curse, that we would win it when everybody thinks that we're dead and there's no shot. And you're right. We just had we had a great locker room that was playing such great football that it didn't matter who was coming in. They were so confident they were going to win football games. And guess what? It's credit to the coach. It's credit to that locker room and credit to Nick Foles. But at the end of the day, I try to tell people all the time, he's not coming back. So Carson's your guy. Rally around your guy instead of going the other way where it's constant ridicule and you think it's easy for guys to play in a city where half the fan base is constantly crushing you. Okay. All right. If you guys think that's easy, then I would love for you guys to try it.
I mean, you see how guys perform that have all the upside in the world and they come to play at Philly. They're just not built to play in Philly. Markelle Fultz, Nelson Aguilar, Nerlens Noel. The list goes on and on and on about guys that just aren't mentally built to play in Philly. And Carson Wentz, I don't think Carson Wentz has that. Like, he's so good. He's such a good dude on and off the field. Like, he just has, I don't think he's just one of those guys that says the right things just to say the right things. Like, the guy's got a good head on his shoulders.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe the baby, the marriage, maybe. But I'm telling you right now, the reason why most of us love Carson Wentz is because he will leave it all out on it. You don't have to win us championships. We would love that. But you will never buy a meal or a beer in the city of Philadelphia if you go out there and you bust your balls from the time the game starts until the time the game ends. And with that said, Carson Wentz, from the time he steps on the field to the time he steps off of it, he's laying it all out there. Again, There's so many games. There's so many games that I could go back to that without Carson Wentz, we don't win those games. We don't win the division. Like he puts the team on his back when it's necessary and when he knows he has to, and he's done it every time, and he's going to do it again this year. You know, we could take a stronghold of the greatest division in all of football if we win tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's our division to lose.
It is, and listen, this is the week for him to play his best football. Every horse is in the stable per se. You know, everybody's back. You have your right tackle back, and the stats don't lie. When Lane Johnson's in the lineup, it's a better football team. I mean, that's just factual stuff, and that's how important offensive line is in the National Football League. Running game's better with Lane Johnson in. Miles Sanders is back, obviously, which is huge. Dallas Goedert essentially is back this week because 2 weeks ago he wasn't fully ready to go, even though he played.
Right.
But that week off helps him a ton. So you're getting guys back. You're getting guys rested up. This is a football team on paper again. On paper, and we'll see how the game plays out in the simulation. But on paper, is a really good football team on paper. Should be. So we're going to find out if he can just eliminate his turnovers, and maybe because he trusts more guys out there now, that will help him with that and some stability, like you were saying, Kep. So I think that, long story short, I think that he won't throw more than, we talked about it last night, he won't throw more than 17 turnovers, 17 interceptions this season. And right now he's at 12. So in my opinion, he'll throw 5 more tops. And if he throws 5 more tops, he plays great football down the stretch. And that's what we need.
I think, and you alluded to it, Tom. It's all conducive, and who's out there. And everybody knows it. Everybody talks about it. He does too much. If he would just learn to throw the ball away or take a sack, it's hard to teach a guy competitiveness. He don't want to take a sack. He don't want to throw an incompletion. He wants to make a play. He wants to find somebody open. He wants to throw the ball in tight spaces. He does too much, and that's where all his turnovers come from. It's not that he's a bad football player. It's not that he's a bad quarterback. He just tries to do too much.
You ever play everybody play quarterback just in the backyard? You know, like some of these guys rough touch, anything, and just the little things. You're gonna have certain guys that you trust a lot out there, and then sometimes you're gonna try to do too much. Like that's all he's doing. To your point, he's doing so much, and all he needs to do is just trust in what's out there now. And what's out there is a bunch of guys he trusts again. So I have to think that that's going to benefit him moving forward. That's not excuses. That's just the facts. And if he doesn't play well with this group, then I can't really help him. I mean, I know he's done a good job, but I can't help him if he doesn't play good with this group. You know, even if Alshon isn't impactful like that, the group that's out there, he should be good enough. You know, you have Alshon back now. So if Alshon can hold you over until Ertz gets back, and then, you have that combination going into the playoffs, this offense should be good. They should be good.
We've got quite a few Giants fans in the different platforms that we're live on. Again, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. A2D Radio. This show, my show. Tom is sitting in with me. I asked him to sit in with me. This is the first time I'm doing a live show by myself. New show called Keps Korner. I am Kep. Lifelong Philadelphia fan, born and raised in Reading, Pennsylvania. Got a lot of family in South Philly. I've lived in North Carolina for quite some time, but I'm Philly through and through. But this is being brought to you by All Campus OC. You can find them on the Ocean City Boardwalk, Ocean City, New Jersey, between 10th and 11th Street. All Campus OC, where you can get all your favorite teams' hats and apparel. They opened an online store tonight, allcampusoc.com. You can also find them on Instagram and Twitter at allcampusoc. Also, check out Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. 3 locations in Burlington, Cherry Hill, and Princeton, New Jersey. If you're a Giants fan, after tomorrow, go get your back checked out, because it's going to get blown out tomorrow.
Beat down coming.
North Carolina. I'm in a little city called Anger, right by Fuquay-Varina, about 45 minutes southeast of Raleigh.
Spidey's my guy, man. Spidey's been here. Spidey's been watching and doing garage talk in our group that we have on Facebook for a while. He's a great dude. Another Philly guy down there.
Again, when people say, "Oh, you're from North Carolina," no, I'm not from North Carolina. I just live here. I was born and raised in Reading, Little Philly. So, But what we're gonna do, we're gonna do something a little different tonight. We're gonna be simulating the Eagles versus Giants on Madden 21 for anybody in the chat anywhere that plays Madden 21. It's gonna be a little different. I play Mutt. I'm a streamer on Twitch. I play Madden Ultimate Team. I have a God squad, so to speak. It's mostly Eagles. I have a lot of Eagles on my team. Lot of legends. Harold Carmichael's in the game this year. That was my dad's favorite player growing up. Harold Carmichael. We've got Troy Vincent in the game. But nonetheless, we're going to be simulating the game. I'm going to be commentating over the game. And again, we got the poll up. I don't know where we're sitting at with the poll, Tom. With what is everybody thinking? Whether we should go with a running attack or a passing attack?
This city loves the opposite. So they're gonna want to run the football more. You've heard it a lot throughout the chat so far. I just don't think that's how you overly beat the Giants. You're not gonna run more. So I think most people would say 55-45. I think most people want to run the football, but they know you got to throw the ball to win in this league. So
I think our defense is going to win us this game. I think we're going to have a pick six. I'm looking at Jalen Mills maybe. But I think our defense is we got after Daniel Jones a couple weeks ago too. So their offense, the Giants' offensive line is worse than ours is when we don't have everybody. So
that's how we had to beat Dallas, and it's the same thing this week. I mean, we can't give up more than 20 points. We shouldn't. You know what I mean? We shouldn't.
No, definitely shouldn't give up more than 20 points to this team. No Devontae Freeman. Looks like Golden Tate's going to be out. Yep. We only got to worry about Slayton and Shepard. Evan Ingram can. My 14-year-old. What about Evan Ingram? My 14-year-old sitting next to me. What about Evan Ingram?
Got to check you. Got to come in.
I mean, Evan Ingram's hit and miss. The kid, the dude could be probably the best tight end in the league. I just don't think he's lazy. I think he's just lazy.
I think he has a lack of focus sometimes too. I mean, just the ball he dropped here on Sunday.
They would have won the game if he catches that ball.
So, then he goes back to, I think it was the following week, and he makes a big grab the next week. And it's like, well, that's the talent that he does have. He is a talented guy. Our linebackers are scary. So yeah, Evan Ingram could be an issue. But if you beat up on Daniel Jones early, this should be a beatdown.
I'm looking for this. Like I was so enamored by the Davion Taylor draft pick. I'm looking for that kid to eventually just come into his own. I know he's raw, but this seems like a game. I just think Davion Taylor, and I'm not like one of those Philly guys that wants the unsung hero. Like, yeah, Greg Ward's the greatest since Jerry Rice. I'm not one of those guys, but I'm just looking for Davion Taylor. Looks like he's played well. He's shown flashes, and I'm just looking for him to. I don't know. I guess I want him to be like Trot. I guess I want him to be another Jeremiah Trotter.
I just want him to be able to go sideline to sideline, and just a speed guy that can cover well and can make open field tackles. You know what I mean? And can we just finally get a linebacker that we drafted that turns into something really good? Like, okay, if he's not good this year because he's young, fine, and raw. Fine, but next year I need to see a jump. I need to see him on the field next year, and I don't know. It's tough. Our linebackers are sketchy. Now TJ Edwards played well, so we can hang our hat on. At least somebody's out there making tackles right now.
Duke Riley. I mean, we notice his hair more than his play most of the time.
Good special player, but not a.
He's a great special teams guy. Some guys are just, built to play special teams and aren't able to play, down football. But I mean, I was thinking what our linebacking core would look like if old boy didn't retire before he got to put on the shoulder pads or call it quits. I didn't even know that happened until like Madden dropped, and I was like, oh, we got what was it, Jatavis Brown?
Yeah, Jatavis Brown. He can play. I like him. I like him.
He was a player, and I was like, all right, we got a linebacker. And then I was talking about it and was like, nah, Kep, they told me on Twitch, they're like, nah, Kep, he retired. I was like, what? When did that happen?
Yeah, why? Like,
he didn't want to come to Philly? Like, what happened?
That's how I felt about it, too. You don't want to come here, bud? And I just talked to one of his teammates in an interview 2 months before that, and he talked about how he helped him as a player. So I was really excited about this. I was like, okay, like, you know, you're hearing from teammates that he's a good locker room guy and all that stuff, and he can play on the football field. So, but that aged well.
Yo, is that Kep? Yeah, Andrew, who are you? What's going on?
What's up, Andrew? Yeah, who are you?
Who are you? Where we at? Where we at with the poll? Where we at with the poll? What are they thinking?
No, I mean it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more of throwing the football. A little bit more towards throwing the football. A little bit more.
Again, it's gonna, we're coming off a bye week, so obviously he's gonna have a game plan. But I think the weather depending, like I said, like I think it's gonna be a little rainy, a little windy. This time of year up there at East Rutherford, whatever the hell they play at.
The dump up.
Yeah, the Jet Stadium, isn't it? The Jet Stadium. But we'll see. Maybe they get out there for warm ups, and Doug's like, let's go ahead and run the ball a little bit. Let's go ahead and get Miles Sanders warmed up. Let's throw some screens, some swing passes out of the backfield to Boston Scott. I think Boston Scott's gonna have a big game too. I think
he always does versus them.
He loves playing the Giants. So those halfback wheels have killed the Giants with Boston Scott. Boston Scott has played amazing. Obviously last year with what he did when we locked up the division in week 17. So
listen, he's a great change of pace guy. Gets a good second, third running back, catches the ball well out of the backfield. Can hit you for a little 15-yard run here and there. And, as much as I like him, I think it's got to be a Miles game too. I mean, he's 100%. Talked about being the MVP before the season started. I would love for you to go for like $120, and especially I'd love to see it in the simulation and then go for $120 and have some big runs like he's had when he's been healthy. I mean, when Miles has been in, there was no issues with him breaking off big runs. So
hopefully he has a good warm up, because you always think, coming off an injury, what was it? A hamstring? What was it?
I don't know what it was.
An ankle. I mean, you got to be careful too, because he's gonna be ready to go. And hey, Miles Sanders is such a good football player. He's such a good football player, and he's always got that. Oh, he was Saquon's backup. Like now, Saquon's out for a year. He's been a little banged up. And now, you always think of the superlatives, the intangibles. His boy, Journey Brown, just found out he's got a heart condition, can no longer play football. So, maybe he wants to, maybe he's playing for his boy, Journey Brown. I'm a Penn State football guy, too. So
we are. You know what's funny, Cap, real quick? Sorry, I just, all these comments coming in, all these worlds colliding right now, I think it's really cool. So you have people that have been in this chat plenty of times saying they know you. I think one, Ewing, AJ Heat, it's cool. Exclusive Patriots. So you're getting a lot of people. Andrew saying two worlds colliding because he's a fan of yours from Twitch. So I think that's really neat that how the worlds are colliding right here. And
I always tell people I don't have fans. I got friends until you prove otherwise. I don't look at myself as anybody that just is an online personality that plays some video games, entertains some folks, and talk some real stuff. So
I always say you got family. You know what I mean? That's why I always call everybody. It's all family out here.
Yep. All friends, and then you can turn into family. I got plenty of family, man. I've been an online personality, so to speak, and streaming on Twitch for almost 5 years, and I've had at least 24 people at my house from all over the country break bread with me at the dinner table. So,
so cool.
And I'm a no holds barred kind of guy. So anybody that's in any one of these platforms, man, again, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch. If you know me from Twitch, man, and you're in here, I appreciate it. I appreciate the love, but give some love to these A2D guys. I've been watching them over the past few weeks when I found out I was going to be doing this, and I would love to be, if I had the time. I'm a dad, and so if I had the time, I would love to be on more shows. But I'm gonna enjoy this. So and shout out to Tom for letting me do this as well, man. These guys are pretty dope what they're doing. So, and I'm always game to talk Eagles football. Always game to talk Philly sports with Philly people. I don't particularly like talking Philly sports with non-Philly people because that ends up just me wanting to smack you. But
yeah, it's
look, my guy John. Okay, all right.
I see you, John. I ain't gonna pull it up, John. We're not gonna pull that up. We just let that go.
We see Miles Sanders against Pittsburgh and Baltimore. I would hope we would get that Miles. I think again, we just gotta see how he is. You know, he says he's 100%, but I think you never know. You never know. He might just be wanting to get right back out there, and in pregame warmups, something happens. I'm just crossing my fingers that we're going to have him, and he's going to be on the field, and he's going to do what Miles Sanders does. Jason Peters, all 83 years old of them, back on the field. Lane Johnson's back on the field. I know, again, the only guy we have out is Craig James, and I don't know what Craig James does other than play corner. Couldn't tell you what else he does. So we're as healthy as we're going to be without Brandon Brooks, without Sayamalu, without Nathan Gary, without who else is on IR? I can't name off.
Brooks.
Brandon Brooks. Deshaun's probably done for good forever. And I think we're week 10. We've coming off the bye week. We're healthy, got to stay healthy, and this is our division. Like, we're going to win the division. I think at 9-7. I honestly think we probably go, what is it? 8-7-1, or
5-3 in our last 8. I think doable. Definitely doable.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
It's got to steal one. You got to steal one from the likes of Arizona, Seattle, Green Bay. There's another one in there too. I'm drawing a blank on, but
those are going to be tough ones to steal.
Saints at home too, right?
Look at my 14-year-old back here. Look at him.
Check him, man. He's checking with Evan Ingram. He's checking us now with the Saints. I love it. But the Saints got to come here too in December, and we know how that is. Dome team traveling here in December should be an advantage to us. Maybe that's a game that we can steal later down the road.
And maybe who knows? Maybe there's more fans in the seats than there is now. Because what is it? 7,500 fans now. That's it.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think.
Have you been to any games, Tom?
No, I haven't.
No.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't even pay me right now to go to a game. I'm definitely not paying them prices to go.
Has anybody in any one of these chats been to a game? How much are they charging for a ticket? I wonder if they're doubling the price for a ticket.
They are. It's double the price. It was like $7 something. It was like I was seeing it for like $700-800. Like, get out of here.
No way.
My couch is awesome. Like, my TV is awesome. So like I like to try to go to like at least one game a year. I always try to like to make it one. Like, let me get the one. I really like going to basketball and baseball more. The go to games, because I always feel like for football I see more on TV.
Right.
But the atmosphere I like to get to at least once. So yeah, that's all I got.
I'll tell you what, it just depends. I went.
Look at Swoopy.
Every time the Eagles come down here to play the Panthers, I'm in Charlotte. 2 years ago, I was at the Thursday night game. Last year, I went to a game in Green Bay. I went with the Green Legion.
Oh, nice.
To Green Bay for that game. That was probably one of the best times I've ever had in my life. The tailgate, even like the Green Bay fans, like, were awesome. It was amazing. Not one Green Bay fan said a word, even walking out after we won. No, not one. You know what I had a problem with? The next day, I went to Oktoberfest with a buddy of mine that flew me up there for the game. And I had Vikings fans cussing me out at Oktoberfest. So not one Green Bay fan had one thing to say, but it was Minnesota Viking fans that had to cuss me out at Oktoberfest while I was trying to enjoy a beer and a brat. They had so much stuff to say. And I was outnumbered, so I didn't say nothing back. If I'd had a group with me, it would have been a different story probably. But
yeah, true. That's
so I don't know. We've got some I don't know. Let's throw another poll question up there. Who do we think is going to be the offensive MVP tomorrow? Are we gonna go Carson? Are we gonna go Carson Wentz?
I'm personally going Carson.
Okay.
You're see where, I think it's like a feel good game for Carson. Right.
My son seems to think Travis Fulgham.
Well, listen. If he has a good one, then I assume we're going to assume 11 has a good one too, right? So,
right, correct.
So let's just hope this whole offense can play consistently good for a whole 4 quarters. We haven't seen it. We've seen glimpses of some explosiveness, etc. But let's see if we can put a whole 4 quarters together and put up a 34 spot, essentially. Get over.
It all depends. I think Fulgham. Obviously, we have Alshon, we have Fulgham, we have Rager, we have Hightower, we have Ward. I mean, Hightower. I don't know. I don't know about Hightower. I'm so tired of the slot guy who can't get off man press. Like that's all we have is slot guys who can't get off man press. Now we have Alshon, we have Fulgham who can get off man press.
Yep.
So we'll see those guys stretch the field. Alshon, Fulgham. It just depends on who Bradbury's going to follow, because Bradbury is playing out of his mind this year. What's his first? I can't even think of his first name. What's his first? I'm
doing this. I can't remember this.
And I got my 4-year-old sitting on my lap.
James.
While we're here, buddy.
James Bradbury.
James Bradbury. There we go. What do we say about the Cowboys?
Cowboys suck.
There we go. There we go. The star of the show.
Just want it. Clip that. 40 minutes.
They see you. They see you, buddy. They see you. We're trying to keep this professional, but it's my weekend to have my boys, so I can't lock them out of here. But they love the Eagles. They love sports too, right? What do we say about the Fly Eagle? What?
Fly Eagles fly.
Attaboy.
Gotta ask him who his favorite player. Who's his favorite player?
Who's your favorite player?
The Eagles.
Right. Who? Carson who?
Carson Wentz.
Let's go.
Yeah, my son wants a Travis Fulgham jersey. Might get you one for Christmas. Who knows? I said he's like one of the top selling jerseys in the entire NFL.
He's the top.
So what? And look, I love the kid because he plays for the Eagles, but I've been seeing so much of this. He's Terrell Owens without the baggage. I would take a Terrell Owens with the baggage. Mm-hmm. Terrell Owens is one of the top receivers in the history of football. So I don't think he's anywhere near Terrell Owens. But Travis Fulgham has definitely opened some eyes, and hopefully he continues to. And then who knows what happens? He's going to want a contract. He's going to want this. He's going to want that. He's going to turn into an NFL wide receiver. So hopefully he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Yeah. Before we go to simulation, I'll watch push-ups daily in the driveway for that production. Like you could do push-ups every day. Go ahead. Time's yours. Do as many as you need. Let the whole media come over, complain, yell, scream, and on Sundays, come catch 10 for 120 and a touch, and we're fine. We have no problems. I'm okay with
it. Get Carson Wentz that kind of productivity too. Get a guy that can run routes, can do it all. I love Terrell Owens. I don't care what nobody says. I love Terrell Owens. I'll always love Terrell Owens. The whole Terrell Owens, Donovan McNabb thing. When you listen to everything, when you watch the football lives, when you watch the interviews, I don't know how you can't be on Terrell Owens' side, even though Donovan McNabb was here forever and he did great things, but Donovan McNabb always somehow seems to just give Philly a jab here and there. Terrell Owens has never jabbed Philly ever.
Nope, never.
He loves this city. He loves our city. He loves our fans. He loved playing here. So I tend to always side with Terrell Owens, but. Maybe there's a little Terrell Owens and Travis Fulgham. Who knows? I don't see it right now, but potentially, maybe we'll see. But again, like you said, if he has a big game, then Carson Wentz has a big game, and we run away with this thing. Who knows? Maybe we come out and we blow them completely out. 49-10 or something to that effect. That wouldn't surprise me. The whole team back in the lineup for the most part.
We are due. For that,
we're definitely Carson Wentz is definitely due for a big game, and maybe this is it. We'll see. But I think we're going to get into the unique portion of this show, and that's going to be me commentating over a Madden game, Eagles versus Giants. We're playing in the Giants Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. I got the rosters as close to what I could. You can't take people out. You can put them at 4th, 5th string, and hopefully they don't get in the game when it comes to fatigue and whatnot. We did not. This is going to be raw and uncut. We did not rehearse this. So we're off the cuff with this. And we're gonna be going through and for any of you guys in the chat, any of these chats that plays Madden, some weird things can happen when it comes to Madden football.
Yeah.
So we're gonna load into this game. It's gonna be the Eagles versus the Giants, 1:00 game. We're gonna go 6-minute quarters. It's kind of simulated. We're gonna go windy because it's gonna be windy tomorrow. Apparently, a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind.
I love it. Got the comments in there. Got everything in here. I'm gonna take my face off. People are tired of seeing me. People have seen me for since quarantine started. People see me too much.
Well, here we go.
Nice stadium now. That guy can't throw the football though. Sorry, that's all.
He has flashes. He
Really does, but he didn't get any better, which is surprising. I thought
You know what though? He might be synonymous for the turf monster getting him like Mark Sanchez is going to be for the butt fumble.
I feel like them type of guys that had that happen just can never have successful careers, right? It's funny. It's just like because that haunts them for some reason. That they might have a good career, but never like the career they're supposed to. It's funny.
I am a little intrigued with Goldman. See what Goldman's going to do. He's been the featured back. I think he was last week as well.
I like Goldman too. He can run the football.
He runs well. He
really does.
So I'm interested to see. Again, Malik Jackson is back, so we're going to have the rotation at the defensive line. So I really think our defense, it's going to be a defensive game. I look for Jalen Mills to be our defensive MVP. I really think he's going to have a pick six.
I like that. Somebody said that earlier too. I forget who it was. Somebody had that as their MVP as well. I took that. I think I always yell for Fletcher Cox just because he needs to I need to hear his name 100 times a game. I feel like
he garners so much attention that he frees up so much. Like, people don't understand. Brandon Graham could have a great game because Fletcher Cox is playing out of his mind and they've got to double and triple team him. They've got to do whatever they can to stop Fletcher Cox. He doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but you can see how he plays, that he's one of the best defensive players in all of football. But he just doesn't show up on a stat sheet. And the same could be said for Brandon Graham, too. Sometimes he don't show up on a stat sheet, but he's in the backfield all the time.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. I mean, listen, it's true. When you're D tackle, it's like an offensive lineman sometimes. You're almost an unsung hero, So, you might not be heard 100 times either.
All right, so here we go. Skip these cinematic things because Madden is... If Madden was cinematic, it'd be great, but it's not. So Daniel Jones, looks like they're going to start out running the football. Yeah, here we go. Goldman. I don't know what he's spinning for. Brandon Graham hits him down. 7, and that's the thing that it's going to be.
We can't have happen, Cap. Sorry, I guess what we can't have happen right now is that kind of stuff right there.
No, we got to stop this run game because then you got we know our defense is susceptible to play action because our linebackers can't cover. So the Giants are going to start running the ball a little bit. That's going to be a first down. Nope, 3rd and inches. Big 3rd down early in the game. Eagles wearing the all whites. I love the all whites. Love the all whites. Probably my favorite, other than their color rush, obviously. But their all whites are so clean.
They are clean.
3rd and inches for a big stop here. Off the right side. They're gonna pick up the 1st down. Now again, we try and say Madden is simulation football. It's typically not, but so far so good. Nothing crazy's happened, but we got a lot of game left. And I think this is what the Giants are gonna do. I think the Giants are gonna try and control the ball. Obviously keep the Eagles off the field. And somebody said earlier, do you trust in Carson Wentz not having any turnovers? And Tom talked about it earlier that with the guys he's going to have out there, Alshon, Goddard, Miles, Rager, Fulgham, if he can't trust these guys to make plays for him so he doesn't do too much, that's going to be stopped in the backfield. Who was that? Derek Barnett in there tackling Daniel Jones for a 2-yard loss.
Let's go.
So I do. I trust Carson Wentz. I don't think he's going to have any turnovers this game. If he does, it might be like a tip pick or something like that. Nothing. I think they tried to beat it into him during the off week, during the bye week, that you have got to get the ball out of your hands. You've got to stop trying to do too much. Let your teammates help you win a football game. And I know it's tough when you've got the mentality that Carson Wentz does. Like, he just wants to put the world on his shoulders. He really wants to hold the world on his shoulders. And so he's just got to trust in his teammates. And I think he's going to this week. Daniel Jones out of the pocket, hits Evan Ingram on the sideline for a first down. Daniel Jones is a good athlete, too. He can get out of the pocket. He can throw on the run. As long as he doesn't have to run 90 yards, I guess he can run. What do you guys think of this, man? Anybody in any of these chats, what do you guys think of the simulation? Any predictions in the game? Yeah, let's get some predictions besides you Giants fans.
Look at us. Me and you are like this same head. I'll get $50 free A2D merch if you nail the prediction.
Nail the
free A2D.
Not of the Madden game, of the real game, right?
No, I already give out 100 for the real game, so I'm giving out 50 for the simulation. See if somebody.
Oh, okay. Okay, shout out to Tom. A2D merch. $50 if you guess the score of this simulation game. 17-14. My son's going 17-14.
We got Spidey 24-17 birds in the simulation. We want simulation scores, fam, and you can win some free A2D merch.
There's Golden Tate on a slant for a first down. Daniel Jones is marching the team down the field.
This would how we would come out on defense too, though, Kep. Right? I mean, we would come out like sort of not motivated,
the muscles are cold.
The muscles cold, and just not bringing heat early. You know what I mean? Not saying, hey, we're gonna dictate today.
We don't have enough time to talk about Jim Schwartz.
Good. No, we don't. Who was it?
I am not a big Jim Schwartz fan at all.
Who was that? Davion Taylor.
Davion Taylor making a play. Doug clapping him up.
Clapping, looking like Jason Garrett. There he is.
Davion Taylor shooting through there. Rodney McLeod helping him out. I know maybe a big game from Avonte Maddox too. He's been healthy. He's been playing well.
Yeah, I just don't like him on the outside. I'd rather have him inside somewhere. I just think he gets beat all the time outside. But that he can get.
You have Nickel Roby-Coleman too. Would you rather have him out on outside or Maddox?
I don't know the way. I love Roby-Coleman, but the way he's played, I mean, I think I'd rather have Avonte.
Yeah,
which is great.
And no, all right, okay. I'm muting my son because he just said Ronald Darby was better.
No, I'm almost like that.
At least he didn't say Bradley Fletcher. Oh, bad throw there from Daniel Jones. Huge third down stop there. So they're gonna send out what's his name? Rojas? What is his name?
Rojas.
They got a decent kicker.
Yeah, he batted like 40 against us the last time we played him.
Oh wait, no, they got Graham Gano.
Oh, it is good now. Yep. I miss Sidney Jones, AJ, because I think Sidney Jones always was going to be able to play. Brandon Graham said he was going to be able to play.
Oh, it's off the post.
No way, that go off the post and in.
It's off the post.
Give us the angle.
Wait a minute. It showed me it was. See, here we go. There's Madden for you. It showed me it was off the post and no good.
There it is. Look, we couldn't even get through the first drive.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Carson Wentz coming out. Let's see now. Let's see. We set up the game plan. So we'll see if Doug Peterson sticks to the run. We got a healthy Miles Sanders. We got a healthy offensive line. 83-year-old Jason Peters leading the way at left tackle. God, I love Jason Peters, but man, he got to go. He got it. Like not that he has to go, but he has to hang it up. He has to hang it up. He can't break the huddle without tearing something or straining something. AJ,
he's playing in Jacksonville, and he's playing well.
Where is Sidney Jones? Who picked up Sidney Jones?
Jacksonville. He's playing in Jacksonville. Yeah, he's playing really well there too.
Again, I think a case of wasn't built to play in Philly and take the criticism. That's Richard Rodgers.
It's the reliable. That's all he does. All Richard Rodgers does is catch.
That's a big throw there. Big opening throw for Carson Wentz, wide open.
Look, Cap,
there you go. Get Carson in rhythm.
Cap, look, Marquise is upset. I love Marquise. Run the damn ball. We make a big first down. He's yelling, run the ball.
There we go. Miles Sanders' first carry. Giants run D. 3-yard carry.
We talked about it. That's right where they average.
Leonard Williams is so good. I have no idea how the Giants got Leonard Williams, but he's been so good for them.
All he had to do was walk to the other locker room too, right? I mean, he didn't have to do nothing. He didn't have to leave. He didn't have to go anywhere. You know, I don't know.
The Giants' defense is again. I think the Giants have been playing good ball lately. And it's been their defense. Blake Martinez is playing really well. Jabril Peppers is playing really well.
Love Jabril and Blake Martinez leads the NFL in tackles, so he's played really well, really well.
Even what's the other guy's name? Fackrell is his name. Didn't they get him from Green Bay too?
Yeah. Who was that to?
That was to Rager.
Okay.
Getting Carson Wentz in a rhythm. Third and inches. Probably lining up in shotgun. Yep, here we go. Little shotgun action. Twin tight ends. 2 wide receivers to the right. Fulgham in motion. Little fake jet sweep up the middle to Miles Sanders for the first down.
Let's go. That's
2
good.
rushes for 5 yards. Sounds about. Let's get him going. Let's get Miles Sanders going. Doug Peterson pumped up.
Jacked up. Look at him, jacked up over on the sidelines there.
Just don't clap. The Giants have the clapper on their sideline. We don't need to just be clapping.
Good, 4-yard run there for Miles.
Marquise Graham, how old are you, man? You seem to you just want to run the football, right? You just want that old school smash mouth run the ball, huh? I'm a Madden gamer, and okay, little zone read that goes nowhere, no gain. That's gonna do it for the first. Be the end of the first quarter. 3-0 Giants, which I think we come out slow every game, and I don't think it's gonna be any different this game. I think we're gonna come out a little slow, and then by the end of the game, ramp it up a little bit and pull away.
We usually do. I mean, it's been our MO.
But I'm a Madden gamer, so I love to throw the football. Plus, I stream it, so nobody wants to sit there and watch me run the ball 80 times and be entertained. So I like to throw the ball a lot when I play Madden. So I'm about a 75-25 throw to run. So there's a lot of people that probably wouldn't want me being their head coach because I throw the ball a lot.
Yeah, I'm right with you.
Little check down to Jalen Reagor, 3 for 3. So he's in a little rhythm. I don't know what that little spin thing was. It looked like the patented Carson Wentz spin out of the back of the pocket to avoid pressure.
Yeah, Kev, they really did. They really did try to mimic that right there. That's great.
And you guys can see these the stars underneath the star underneath Wentz. We've got a star. Okay, and Richard Rodgers. Okay.
Yeah, big game, Richard.
Who was it last year? Was it Josh Perkins? Is he still on the team?
Is he? No, he can't be.
I could have swore they cut him and then added him to the practice squad. I don't know if he's on the active roster or not. With Zach Ertz being out, Perkins might be. Okay, so my son is saying it's Perkins, Rodgers, and Goddard.
Okay, he is still here then.
Because Lovato is a tight end, but he don't get on the field to do anything but snap.
Here comes a run. Box is loaded, though. Great time for a play action.
Okay, Miles. Okay, Miles off the right side. That's going to be a touchdown for Miles Sanders.
Go, baby.
Where's he at? Marquise Graham loves that play call. Big run for Miles Sanders.
Let's go. All right, we had the scores out, so everybody, you can still put them in. We'll still allow them. You get your score predictions in before the half, though. You got to get them in before the half. $50 for your A2D merch.
$50 for A2D merch. If you get the score correct. And this show, Keps Korner, that's the name of this show, Keps Korner. I am Kep. Korner with a K. This show is being sponsored by All Campus OC. You can find them at Ocean City, New Jersey, between 10th and 11th Street. You can find them on Twitter and Instagram, All Campus OC. And then allcampusoc.com. They just launched their soft merch store tonight where you can get your favorite team's apparel and get some hats. Get you one of them bad things happen in Philadelphia.
We're just giving things away tonight. 15% off, free H2D merch. I mean, look at this. For the people. For the people.
Kept the legend. Yeah, so many people. So I had no idea. I've been promoting this all week. I had no idea that the boys were going to show out a little bit. Go share it. Go share it. Go share it on Twitter. Go share it. On Facebook. Share it everywhere, man. Get as many people in here as possible.
Yeah, let's go. Takeovers here. We got shows every day here. Tons of them. Tons of shows. Get people in here. People are going to love this as this continues to go. I already know it.
All right, so they're taking over. Was that a kick return? You don't hardly ever see those anymore.
No, we had one too. Did you see? We had one too, but they had a penalty. Giants ended up getting a penalty, or we had a penalty, but we had one too in this game, which is nuts.
Yeah, it was. It's 6-minute quarters. I didn't want to go 15 because we don't have 3 hours to sit here. So the simulation style, the quick presentation style, it's almost real time. Almost. I wish I could skip through this cinematic stuff. Madden looks beautiful. If Madden was all cinematic, it'd be gorgeous. But then you start playing Madden, and then there's all kinds of crazy aggressive catches and fumbles and all kinds of stuff.
Everybody's saying pick coming. Pick coming. Nope.
Now, I left Golden Tate in this game. He's questionable tomorrow. So who knows if Golden Tate's even going to be a part of their game plan tomorrow since he's questionable. There was somebody else, a corner for them was questionable, but I don't think he gets on the field much. So the only one out is Devontae Freeman for them tomorrow. So which is good because Devontae Freeman always had decent games against us when he was with the Falcons. So not upset that he's not going to be playing tomorrow. But again, Gallman is a decent back, and they have Dion Lewis that they can throw out there too. So
Wayne Gallman might be better than Freeman. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think Freeman he's the wear and tear. He's battered just because of the way he runs. He put a lot. The Falcons put a lot of tread on them tires.
Yeah, they did. Bobby, no, he kicked the field goal. Bobby, I mean the extra point. Sorry, he kicked the extra point with Jake. He didn't go for 2 in the simulation.
Edwards was right there for the pick. Evan Ingram comes up with the catch. Down to the 36-yard line. Defense got to come up with a stop here. Eagles do get the ball to start the second half.
How did he miss?
Probably deferred.
Oh, he just missed that. Wow, he just missed that. That sums up our defense.
But speaking of Madden, and we said that when Doug Peterson first took over the Eagles with all his aggressive fourth down calls, 2-point conversions, all this. We were like, Doug Peterson he must play Madden. He don't punt. He 4th and 6. I go for it. I play, probably 7-8 games of Madden a day. I probably don't punt in any of those games. So, we a lot of us Eagles fans, that are on Twitch and whatnot, we're like, Doug Peterson has to play Madden because he don't punt.
He definitely does. A little 2nd and 7 piece.
Daniel Jones, surgical right now. Vontae Maddox gets hit over the middle on a slant by Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard, decent wide receiver. Who's the other guy? Sterling Shepard. Slayton. Darius Slayton. He always seems to kill us once or twice a game. So they have weapons for Daniel Jones. Our defensive line is going to have to get after him. We're not getting any pressure right now. We got Singleton. Singleton hasn't looked bad. I don't know who he is, but he hasn't looked bad for us.
No, he hasn't. Made more plays than the guy who was in there the whole time, and Nate Gary. So
much. I was happy with that pick when we drafted Nate Gary because he seemed so. Oh, that could have been another pick for Edwards, but he wasn't. He didn't have his head turned around to the ball. Edwards misses another opportunity for another interception. Giants down inside the red zone right now. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Our beloved Birds are up 7-3. Giants on the 9-yard line, 2nd and goal. Daniel Jones in the shotgun.
another long drive for him too, Kep.
Yep, defense can't get off the field. Golden Tate in motion. No defensive pressure. Nice little Cole Roby Coleman, Singleton on the tackle. 3rd and goal from the 5. Bend but don't break. We know it would. If us Eagles fans, we know about the bend but don't break defense. That's Jim Schwartz's MO. Get down inside the red zone and then clamp up. 4 wide. We got Evan Ingram in the slot off to the right. Oh, it's a diving pick. Darius big play Slay with the diving interception.
Yo, things are coming to fruition. I said he's going to get his first one this week. Let's go. Let's go. What a play. What a play.
Nice little play. That's a Madden thing right there. Darius Slay has Acrobat on him as his ability.
That's
you guys know anything about Madden? You put Acrobat on your corners. They dive to swat and dive to pick. And right there, Darius Slay. Big interception inside the 5. That was a flat route to Goldman, which Darius Slay doesn't get there. It's a walk-in touchdown. But here we go. Minute 29 remaining in the half. Carson Wentz takes over to 6. Nice little catch there for Alshon. Alshon's first catch of the game.
Let's go, Alshon.
Eagles got 3 timeouts. Doesn't look like they're in a hurry. My son points out Carson is 5 for 5 this game.
It's the kind of game we're looking for. Marquise, we're not running it, Marquise, with 50 seconds left. Come on.
4 wide. Goddard in the slot. Carson, all the time in the world, throws a little swing pass to Miles Sanders, gets out of bounds at the 20, 42 seconds. All right, Doug. See, now this isn't Doug. This is Madden. Because Doug would be hurrying up. He would be calling timeouts. He would be throwing the ball downfield. We got to see something here. 42 seconds remaining in the half. 7-3, all 3 timeouts. We got to get something going. We get the ball to start the second half, so maybe see, this ain't Doug Peterson. This is Madden. Because Doug would be like, okay, we get the ball to second half. I'm going to get some points.
Oh yeah. The foot.
Got rid of it.
Wow.
Somebody missed a blocking assignment on the right-hand side. Number 91 came screaming in, untouched, pressured Carson Wentz. Carson thought about scrambling out and threw it away.
Should have started the Miles there again on the
3rd and 6.
They're bringing heat.
Oh, okay. Miles. Oh,
They're bringing it.
get back out of it. Nice little throw there. Alshon. Timeout. There we go. Timeout.
My son again. Another big catch, and my son throwing the football to him. Love it.
It's going to be good to see Alshon on the field tomorrow. No matter what he does. Again, I was such a huge Alshon fan. I was happy they got him. He said, I'm winning a Super Bowl. He wins a Super Bowl. And then to find out, like, I had a lot of respect for him when we found out that he played darn near the entire season with a torn rotator cuff. I've torn my rotator cuff in each shoulder.
And
that stuff hurts. Okay. And shoulder injuries are not easy to come back from. For him to play darn near the entire season with a torn rotator cuff and play at the level he did, to catch that ball in a Super Bowl, I had crazy mad respect for Alshon Jeffrey. And then all of a sudden, I was like, please don't tell me Chicago Bears Alshon is on this team now.
No,
and as much as I love the guy, he went back to thinking he had Jay Cutler at quarterback.
Kev, I don't think he said any of it. I think it was all Malcolm Jenkins, but that's just my personal feel and what I've.
Really?
Yeah, I really, truly do. I think just seeing his little rat was Malcolm, who had all the money. You know what I mean? Malcolm had it like Malcolm felt it coming. He felt the pressure coming. You know what I mean? And who's going to talk more? A guy on the defense side that think he's doing everything right. You can't take that sack.
He spun out. That's the patented spin out of Madden's got it down pat with Carson's spin out animation. God, I love Malcolm Jenkins. I don't want to believe that.
I didn't want to believe it either, but the way he just like some of the things he said about like checking down, and there's some things he said like throughout last year that made me start thinking like, this sounds like the things Josina was saying. This sounds really familiar. And just some of the way it ended here just has that taste in my mouth that I don't think it was Alshon. What a catch. Who was that?
That was Alshon. Can they get up to spike the ball? Can they get up to spike the ball, try a 52-yarder? Is that what we're going to see? Or are they letting it? What's going on here? All right. Okay. Okay. I don't know what just happened. They went no huddle, couldn't spike the ball. So that's going to do a 7-3 at the half. 7-3 at the half.
Can I say something to Sean real quick? I love Sean.
Go for it.
Oh, connect dots, Sean. Connect dots about money. Connect dots about who has guaranteed money, who didn't. Connect dots on who said all stuff about checking down and all the other nonsense. Why would your number one wide receiver talking about checking down? Why would he care about checking down? Okay? These were the things that were said to Josina Anderson. Your quarterback tries to do too much. He's a bad locker room guy. All things that sound like a guy coming from the defense side of the football that doesn't know enough about the guy that he's playing with. Make sense? It just smells like it. And then not even 24 hours after the season ends last year, he's talking about money. That's a crumb. That's the crumb. You don't talk about money. Nobody wants to hear about money 24 hours later. We just lost in the playoffs. I want to talk about money. I don't want to talk about money. Talk about how you just lost the game. It's hurting us still, so it doesn't hurt you. All right, what, $40 million makes it all go away? Shut up, Malcolm. I love Malcolm.
Oh, man.
That's my conspiracy theory.
I love Malcolm Jenkins. I love him.
I love Alshon, so it's hard for me to, you know what I mean? It was always hard for me to believe it because everything he did in 2017 playing hurt, it just didn't seem like a rat guy. Like everything you said, and Malcolm doesn't either, but Skandrick sort of called him out a little bit on some things that made you think like, oh, you know what I mean? Maybe you aren't as perfect as we thought you were.
Yeah, but then you heard on the sideline though when against the Vikings when Skandrick went up to Malcolm and said, "Hey, that's why you're the captain of this team." So who knows? I'd maybe Skip Bayless planted Orlando Skandrick in our locker room. Because there was no way he belonged on a football field. Orlando Skandrick doesn't belong on a football field anymore.
No.
But I don't know. See, because you go back to how Alshon was in Chicago and how Malcolm has been his entire career. I mean, I guess Malcolm deserved that money though. Malcolm, didn't miss a snap in 2 years, 3 years almost.
Look what Kay said. Everybody defended him. Even Alshon defended Carson at times. You never heard a word from Malcolm defending the quarterback.
That's true.
I mean, Alshon said good things about Carson. So it's not like Alshon, I don't remember Alshon ever, I don't know. Who knows anymore? Hopefully he just comes back and catches balls like he is in the simulation.
Okay, Miles.
Go, Miles.
He breaks the tackle off the left side for another huge run. Miles Booby Sanders. I don't know what his carries are now, but that's 2 huge runs from Miles Sanders. And hey, whoever said Miles Sanders big game, he looks healthy. At least looks healthy in this game. This is what Miles Sanders can do. He's a give it to him. He can break it at any moment. And now he's running through people there, not around him, running through people there.
You know what?
The Eagles are going to go up 14-3 on 2 huge runs by Miles Sanders.
He broke a
Marquise
tackle.
loves that.
Marquise is loving. He broke a tackle from the guy who leads the league in tackles, and Blake Martinez right there too. Which did Jake make it? All right, Jake.
14-3 Eagles. 2 huge runs from Miles Sanders. 220 total yards for the Eagles right now. 99 rushing yards. So Miles, I think, has 6 or 7 rushes for 99 yards. That's huge.
John Burr. If Malcolm was saying stuff, he went to the wrong team because he's captain check down. But remember what Malcolm said about Michael Thomas. He called him slant guy. So I mean, he's not.
Malcolm has been outspoken a lot. He obviously didn't like Drew Brees, for Drew Brees' patriotic comments, but we won't get into that. That's not the type of show we run.
Look at Marquise. There he is. I've been saying run the ball.
Malcolm's playing well this year again. So he's such a good football player.
Absolutely is. Absolutely. Nothing I'm saying like want to attack Malcolm. You know what I mean? Because I love what Malcolm did here. And Sean, you're right. I think he had a big part of keeping our locker room together. But the guy that nobody wants to talk about kept his locker room together, and that's Brandon Graham. So you can tell me about Malcolm Jenkins, and you can yell and scream at me about Malcolm Jenkins. Brandon Graham kept his locker room together. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. Who's still here? Who got?
And we almost lost Brandon Graham. Can you believe that? Could you believe what this team would be if we'd have lost him?
Oh, he's the emotional leader on the defense. He's a guy who non-stop talking. He's a great leader.
His personality is so infectious. Just seeing interviews and stuff that he does, he's so infectious. And he didn't play nowhere near up to his potential. What, first 2 seasons maybe?
No, not at all. I think they were in the 3-4 then too. Which he didn't fit.
Oh, he definitely would have went to the Giants. They wanted him bad. Daniel Jones is killing the Eagles. Slants across the middle. Edwards isn't doing his job. We got Davion Taylor in there with him. Singleton's in there. Singleton and Edwards at the backer spot right now. It looks like we're running a 4-2.
I need somebody to get home one time. He's getting rid of the ball quick. You know?
Yep, dinking and dunking over the middle. And that's what they're going to have to do because that offensive line is in shambles. They are terrible. They're double teaming Fletcher. Or no, they double teamed Hargrave on that play. They left Fletcher one-on-one and he didn't do nothing. He got stonewalled. We're coming up under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Eagles winning 14-3 on 2 huge runs by Miles Sanders.
And Carson's played well.
We got to run a lot of 2 linebacker sets because of all the injuries. So Bowman up the middle. Edwards gets run over. What do we got? We got a holding. We got a clip. What do we got? Holding. Giants. Take it back.
Bring her back.
You're kind of thirsty? Okay. Go with your big brother. Get something to drink.
Sean, you're not in the Eagles fanhood. You're 3 for 4. So you can't talk. You're a Giants fan. So you don't have a right to say who our leaders are. I'm not going to come up into your locker room and tell you who your leaders are. All right? I'm going to bring you on the show next Friday.
How do we do that? What is that? See, is that bad parenting?
Yes. And I love Sean. I love his parents. Bad parenting. Okay.
How do you go 3 for 4? Like, what is it with what? My guy, exclusive Patriots in the chat. He's a Phillies and Sixers fan, right? But he's a Patriots fan. How does that happen?
I don't know. I question it. I got family that makes questionable decisions too in their sports teams. I just try to let it go. MC Philly, guess what? Kep isn't a guest. This is his show. He's gonna be here every Saturday night at 7.
Every Saturday night at 7, previewing the Eagles' opponent. We're doing this every week. We'll talk to you every week. We'll try and get you from 3 out of 4 to 4 for 4. All right, and we're not talking specials at Wendy's or Arby's. We're talking 4 for 4 Philadelphia sports. I don't understand. My sons, my oldest son is 14. We moved down to North Carolina when he was 1. He's 4 for 4. My 4-year-old. When you talk sports with him, he'll talk sports with you. He's 4 years old. Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, Phillies. There ain't, and he was born here. That's good parenting.
Yep, preach it. Love you, Sean.
I'm sure your parents are great people.
They are. Sean's a great guy. Love him. He could, love talking Sixers with him. You know what I mean? Big fan of talking Sixers. Maybe we do some Sixers simulations when that starts, right? And we don't have football. Look at this no pressure talk. Jeez.
It's always something like that. Oh, I like the Giants because it pissed my dad off, or I'd like the Cowboys because everybody in my family loves the Eagles. I did it just to piss them off. Like,
look, Cap, look, 3 for 4, Lawrence Taylor, and pissing off my family as a 5-year-old. It was at that moment I knew I'm a first team asshole. That's why I love you, brother, because you keep it real. Tell us how it happened. We're not mad at you. It is what it is.
Up there?
oh, that's a nice little swing. Oh my goodness.
Daddy. Is that him up
Yep.
What's he saying?
He sees you. Go ahead, talk. He sees you.
You see me?
Yeah, we see you. What are you doing?
Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly Eagles fly.
Atta boy. Love it.
What do we say about the Cowboys?
Cowboys suck.
Sean, you can buy into that one, right, brother? Sean?
Oh, it's a gorilla. See some Skrilla.
No.
No it.
He talks more than some of the guys on there.
My 4-year-old's trying to take the show over.
He talks more than some of the guys on
Hop
there.
in. Burn a whip. Just hop in.
Sean,
The Eagles gonna win, bud. The Eagles gonna win. It's a family show. We're gonna get this every other weekend probably.
listen, we love it.
Are we watching it?
But we're gonna go watch the Eagles tomorrow, right? We're gonna beat up on the Giants.
Watching it.
We're watching on here, but tomorrow we're gonna go watch, right? Fake jet sweep to Goldman, big defensive stop in the backfield. Barnett, Duke Riley making an appearance, and Edwards all in the backfield there. 3rd and 9. That's gonna do it for the third quarter. 14-3. Eagles lead. 2 huge run by Miles Sanders. A lot of people thinking Miles Sanders is gonna have a big game tomorrow. I'm looking for a big game from Carson Wentz to have all the weapons back. Maybe the Giants are like, okay, Miles is back. We're going to have to stop him. And then Carson Wentz starts going up top for big yards, big plays. So who knows? I'm looking for a big game from either Carson or Miles. I would love to see Carson break out. And because the Madden fan in me, every Tuesday, Madden comes out with Team of the Week cards, and where they try and boost up the cards and give a player a better card if they performed well. So I'm looking for. I need Carson Wentz to go for 404 TDs, so I can get an OP Carson Wentz card, so he can be my quarterback.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm using Steve McNair.
I love a little air McNair, though. Love a little air.
Need another turnover here. Maybe where's my guy Jalen Mills at? Where's he at? Does he come up with a big play here? 4th and 6. Are they going?
They got to, right?
Probably they don't need to go. They'd be down by 1 possession if they take 3 here. 4th and 6. Big decision here for Doug Peterson would probably go for it. Even up 14-3. Like, yeah, we're gonna go for it. Nope, they're sending Daniel Jones back on the. Nope, they're kicking it. Nope, never mind. Graham Gano. Chip shot.
Buried
it. They're going to be down by 1 possession. Now, here we go. 5-minute football. Put this game away. Run the rock. Put this game away.
Watch him not run it either. You know it's coming.
Fine.
You know it's coming. 3 passes in a row.
Carson will throw a flat pass 10 yards over his head here. Now, again, mind you guys, these are 6-minute quarters, so you could probably be the score. You're probably looking like 27-13 right now. Which was my prediction for the entire game, 27-13 for tomorrow. And what'd you have, 34-17, Tom?
Oh.
Marquise, yep, we can run the ball now. 5-minute offense, few first downs. Punting and kicking field goals for quitters. Yeah, that's Madden. There we go. Little inside zone for Miles Sanders. 6 rushes, 103 yards, and 2 touchdowns for one Booby Sanders. Saquon Barkley's out for the year. He's no longer. Has anybody noticed they haven't really? He's come into his own, so people haven't really mentioned much. Oh, he was Saquon's backup at Penn State. They don't mention that much anymore. Nice little dot. Nice pickup there, Jalen Reagor. Carson Wentz, 11 of 13 for 140 yards. Not a bad day at the office for Carson Wentz, especially when you got Miles Sanders running the ball like he has. No need for Carson Wentz to throw the ball many times. That's a huge first down there for the Eagles. Clock running.
Jalen.
4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Got to ice this one. Game is in Carson Wentz's hands. Another dot across the middle. Jalen Reagor again. 12 of 14 for $150. Jalen Reagor, 5 receptions, 51 yards. I think Alshon might have 4 or 5 catches as well. So throwing the ball to Alshon and Jalen Reagor. Carson grabbing on Alshon there in the huddle.
They love
Miles pushing. They're getting rough in the huddle. Under center here. You know what this is. This is an off tackle to the right. There it is. Right up the middle. First down, Miles Sanders. 7 for 104 and 2 touchdowns. That'll get me a Miles Sanders Team of the Week card.
How about this, though? Does it come down to a Jake Elliott field goal here to ice it, right? I mean, that's scary. You know,
Hey,
that's
that was
scary.
Miles' nickname in college, too. I mean, that's his Twitter. Isn't he a booby on his... Oh, Alshon, big first down there. 12-yard gain for Alshon. What is Alshon's stat line looking like? 158 pass yards for Carson Wentz. Alshon, 5 for 71. Not a bad day.
Not a bad day in 6-minute quarters at all.
Not a bad. Also coming off injury. We can get 5 for 71 from Alshon. That sounds good. Miles again off the right side. Big run, Miles Sanders. He's got the hat trick. Oh, and he's gonna bust out the thriller.
Wow.
Or something. I don't know what he's busting out, but
imagine,
another big run.
could you imagine if he came back and had this kind of performance?
Oh my goodness. I'll be going nuts. Another big run for Miles Sanders. That's his 3rd touchdown. Carson Wentz is pumped. He's like, yeah, I don't have to hear anybody talking about turnovers this week.
Yep. Yeah.
Miles Sanders having a day.
Look at this. I think that, you know what, fam? We got to tell you next week, though, and we'll make it clear to you guys that it's only 6-minute quarters. So when you're putting your scores in, you'll probably have them a little bit closer, maybe. So we'll give you that update next week and remind you so that you guys can win some stuff here, because we're trying to be givers during the holiday season. Next week, I'll up it to 100 if nobody wins. So nobody wins.
There we go. There we go. Look at Tom being all generous. Right, it's because he's shivering. He's shivering out there in the garage.
On camera, I can't show you guys the stuff I'm wearing. I just cannot put this on camera. And you guys see my face enough, so we're good.
Tom is dressed right now like he's outside of Walmart ringing the bell for the Salvation Army.
Live look in. There he is.
My dog's making an appearance.
Love it. The whole family's in here. Let's go. I got to get Titan out here. He might go through the screen.
All right, 21-6, 239. Eagles definitely in hand with this game. And again, tomorrow we get to 500. Well, over 500 because we 4-4-1.
Yeah, we would be over.
A smidge over 500.
A little smidger.
And we'll be in control of the best division in football. I'm tired of hearing this, the worst division in football. We're the best division in football.
Listen, if we win 5 out of the next 8, right? Okay? 5 out of the next 8. And we won 2 in a row already. So that'd be 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 games the Eagles won going into the playoffs. Somebody tell me that's bad? If somebody wants to tell me that's bad, I'll argue that all day. If that's bad, because that's not bad at all.
If we do that, we're doing something, because we have such a tough schedule.
We really do.
Outside of the division, we've got what? We've got the Cowboys one more time, right?
We got the Cowboys again.
We've got the Redskins again.
Yeah, be careful, because
so that's 2 wins. Let's be honest. That's 2 wins. We got Green Bay, Seattle, New Orleans. It gets tough. Arizona. It gets tough.
No, it does. It does. Listen, but look at our roster. Our roster should be one of them teams. We talked about it before the injuries that we should be close to one of them teams. And every time we play up the competition, we played up the competition against Baltimore. We played up the competition against the Steelers. So,
right.
I'm hoping that we can do. Who is covering him? Is that Roby?
They just got to play. They just got to play 4 quarters. That was a Madden play right there. That was one of them.
Yeah, no, that's a Roby Coleman play. That's what that is.
We play Cleveland. I think that's a very winnable game. But who knows what team shows up when you play Cleveland? You never know what team shows up. But if the Eagles play 4 quarters, well, I think we've yet to play a game all 4 quarters this year.
No, we have not. Are you kidding me? We're not. I mean, not even close. It's crazy. We haven't. We maybe played 2 good quarters of football as a team. And I might be being generous. Maybe the San Fran game, we played our best football, but that wasn't
going to be San Fran, but
that wasn't
the San Fran is in shambles too.
That was like 2.5 quarters.
And this is what's going to scare me with this game, even though we're handily winning this. Madden is getting it right. I think Daniel Jones is going to kill us over the middle. Oh, Fletcher Cox gets in there. That's going to be the game. Strip fumble. Brandon Graham falls on it. Eagles going to take over the 35. Minute 32 remaining.
Let's go.
Fletcher Cox beats the double team. Forces a fumble. Brandon Graham falls right on top of it.
BJ right there for the scoop. That's the leader, Sean. There's the leaders.
But I think they've got it right. I think Giants are going to kill us over the middle with Edwards and Singleton in coverage with Ingram. And does Miles break off another big one here? The Giants are going to take their timeouts for whatever reason. 21-6. That's our first timeout. I got 2 timeouts remaining. Just keep feeding it to Miles. Let him break off another long one. Let him go over 200 yards. Why not? Yeah, Breeze does come to Philly in December. It's cold, old bones, arthritis. Maybe we steal one from the Saints. That's their second timeout. 21-6. Looks like the Eagles are going to win this one 21-6 unless Miles breaks off another long run. 3rd and 3. Minute 24 remaining in the game. Again, guys, this is a new show every Saturday night, 7 to... depends. We're gonna go. We're tentatively 7 to 9. Got the 2-hour slot every Saturday night previewing the Eagles game for the next day. But Miles covering up the ball. He don't want to fumble. Big time run there for Miles. Giants take their final timeout. Doug Peterson better come out and just kneel the ball, unless Doug Peterson's got Miles Sanders on his fantasy team. 307 total yards for the Eagles in 6-minute quarters. That's a big day by the offense. But this show is brought to you by All Campus OC. You can hit up All Campus OC, Ocean City Boardwalk between 10th and 11th Street for all your favorite teams' hats and apparel. You can also check them out on Twitter and Instagram at All Campus OC. They just launched their online merch store tonight, allcampusoc.com. I am the host of the show, Kep. I was joined by Tom tonight. It was the first time I've ever done a podcast by myself. I've done other podcasts on Twitch with one other guy I did a few times, and I do one with a group of guys as well. This is the first time I've ever done one by myself, and I think it's cool. We added this little element of throwing Madden in here. There wasn't too many crazy plays. I didn't know what to expect. This is my first time doing a simulation style thing with Madden, and there was nothing crazy. So that's going to do it for the game. The Eagles going to win 21-6. I don't know if there was any predictions of 21-6. Even a full game, 21-6 isn't out of the question.
No, and I couldn't leave you out to dry tonight either. When you were like, I never did one with myself, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to sit in the back end and not do anything. I mean, we're talking Eagles. That's easy. We're not laying concrete. Love talk Eagles.
You're a man of many talents, is what you were telling me, or no, a man of few talents, but know a lot about sports.
Yeah, so you're right in the ballpark there.
But I appreciate you sitting in with me on this. It went off without a hitch. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how it was gonna work, but I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy myself doing these every Saturday night, previewing the game. I think we win big tomorrow. Seeing Miles Sanders run like he did in this game I'm maybe a buck 80. Let's see. I want to see the ending stats for him. Nice little balanced attack there. 158 passing, 147 rushing.
And I think the rushing could be where we're at, 147, 160 on the ground. But I think the passing, you're probably going to, I got Carson throwing for over 300 tomorrow. I think he has his best game of the season. I think he throws 3 to 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards passing, and has his most complete game of the season. So
I would not be mad at that. I'll be wearing my Carson Wentz jersey tomorrow to watch the game. But total offense, 305, 147 rushing. You didn't see Boston Scott in the game again, 6-minute quarters, with fatigue and whatnot. So Miles Sanders was the only back on the field. You're not going to see that. Boston Scott's going to be in there on third downs, I believe. I don't think he's going to. Depends on how Miles feels. If Miles is telling Doug, "Hey, look, I'm good. I'm 1,000,000%. Don't take me off the field." But we'll see. Let's see here. Carson, 111 QBR, 13 of 15 for $162. So you could double that if you wanted to double it. So he'd be 26 of 30 for a lot.
A lot.
86% completion percentage. I'll take that.
If that happens, I'll walk the Broad Street.
Gallman had 12 for 39, so we did a phenomenal job stopping Gallman. Wayne Gallman, it could be a problem, depending on what our defensive line is able to do. Miles Sanders, 11 attempts for 149 and 3 touchdowns. That's definitely getting your game MVP. Heck, I will take that tomorrow. I will definitely take that tomorrow. Receiving, we had Alshon 5 for 71, Rager 5 for 51. Golden Tate had 7 catches from Daniel Jones. Again, Golden Tate is listed as questionable for tomorrow. So who knows if he gets on the field. Golden Tate's a tough son of a gun. So I would think, depending on the severity, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a go tomorrow. He may not be 100%, but he's probably going to go. He's a tough guy. Deion Lewis, Evan Ingram only had 4 catches. That's the guy that Isaac Yiadom is the other guy questionable for them tomorrow.
Okay.
Davion had 4 solo tackles. TJ Edwards had a tackle for loss, 3 tackles. Singleton, Slay with his interception. James Bradbury had 1 tackle. I think he was lined up over Alshon. Alshon had 5 catches on him. So, that's gonna do it. It was a pretty solid game all around, defensively, offensively. Go back. Come on in, Tom. Come on in.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this thing up. Any final comments from the congregation? Ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages.
Bobby's saying, this show is dope. Congratulations so much the last couple of weeks. Definitely moving in the right direction. ATD's blowing up. Kep, great show, brother. Welcome, and please keep this going. Great show tonight, guys. It's great just to sit back and have some fun. Absolutely, brother. We're glad you joined us.
Yes, sir, man. And if you don't mind, Tom, if you guys like this stuff, I stream every day, Monday through Friday, 1 in the afternoon till 6 at night, Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/big_Kep13. I stream Madden. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I play video games for a living. It's a good time. I get paid to stream video games and entertain people, make people laugh, cry, think. I'm the Jimmy V. I'm a Jimmy V. And in one stream, I'll make you laugh, I'll make you cry, I'll make you think. We do the whole thing over there. So
like you're watching.
I got sound effects, I got GIFs, it's a whole thing. My son will come up and say some stuff. My dogs will bark, they'll jump on me. It's a good time. It's no whole there's nothing you don't get in one of my shows, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So thank you to Tom and the A2D family for having me. Again, shout out to All Campus OC for sponsoring this show for me. And I'm looking to do some good things over here, talking Eagles. If you ever need me to talk Sixers, if you ever need me to talk Flyers, if you ever need me to talk Phillies, I'm there, brother. Just let me know. But this has been fun, man. So, Tom, I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody in all the chats as well on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, listen, we appreciate you too doing this. This is awesome. Excited to have you on board. And I don't know if you let everybody know what is your Twitch handle so everybody can come and find you during the week.
Can I don't know if I can. Twitch.tv.
And Bobby's saying no, he doesn't right now. Well, he does here. He does here now on Saturday.
I do now over here, but no, I do. I'm partnered on Twitch, so I cannot stream on any platform under my Twitch handle, basically.
Makes sense.
So I'm under contract with Twitch, and they run me dry already. So I'm not trying. It took me a while to get that partnership because I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not a pro Madden player. I'm not a big YouTuber. So I'm just a stay-at-home dad that enjoys Madden, and I work my butt off to get that partnership. So, but this is fun, man. Like, I talk sports during the stream as well. I talk life. I talk sports. I talk everything. There's nothing we don't talk about on my streams. We just keep it respectful. It's for the grown and sexy over there. So.
Nah, this was fun. This has been fun.
We'll revisit this next Saturday. We'll talk about the Giants game a little bit, probably, but then we'll get in. Who do we play next week? I don't even know.
Brown.
We play the Browns next week?
Yep.
That's going to be a good matchup. So, well, I don't know. I don't know if there's an outro.
No, the outro is, everybody take care. Like, follow, subscribe, go follow Kep over on Twitch. All right, go follow Kep over on Twitch. Was it big _Kep as his Twitter?
Big _Kep 13. And when you follow that, all my other socials and stuff is on there. I have Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. But make sure you guys follow A2D, man. I wouldn't be on here without these guys. A2D. And I like that. I didn't know what it was until we talked before the show, and it says agree to disagree. And I like that because I've gotten older and I've been on social media and on this internet stuff for so long. At first, I didn't want to agree with nobody. I wanted to argue all the time. So now it's because I'm older. I'm 39 years young now. I just agree to disagree. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
I don't want to argue.
I'm not taking. Nobody's got time for personal attacks. So let's just agree to disagree. We're gonna move on and we'll argue again soon. You know what I mean?
I'm old school. I can't do this arguing over the internet stuff. I can't do it.
That's why I do so many shows. All right,
but it has been great, man. Go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. We will win tomorrow, hands down. Y'all be safe tonight, man. Be kind to one another. Much love and stay blessed.